the Chairman Administration of Pushpagiri Eye Hospital, Dr. Vishwanath, the Chairman Medical, Dr. Nam Penmal Swami, the Chairman of Arvind Hospital, Madurai, the dignitaries in the audience, media, ladies and gentlemen. I am rather elated to be here as a chief guest of this function, commemorating the second anniversary, but holding celebrations for the first Foundation Day. Right to health is a fundamental human right. And then vision is so much important. A right to health should be available to each and every person. And then, with this uncontrolled population, particularly in the Indian context, where we were only 30 crores when we achieved freedom, and now is a galloping figure to 112 crores. Now, with a land area of 3% in the world globe, but our contribution of population is more than 18%. And then, as already propounded by Dr. Malthus in 17th century, there is a struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. The influx of population is so much that no government, either the states or at the center at the nation level, are able to keep pace to provide this a basic fundamental right of health. In that context, there had been a necessity of some private individuals who have got some philanthropic mind to set up hospitals and then cater to the needs of the persons who require such medical help. The medical help should not be only curative in nature. In fact, I give so much importance for prevention, as was rightly said by Dr. Nam Penmal Swami. A right to life, normally it is said, starts from womb. But as a chairperson of the State Human Rights Commission, I am trying to expand it even to the stage before birth. In fact, had good beneficial discussion before coming on to the dais with Mr. Govind Hari, whom had known for more than 25 years, a dynamic man with lot of vision and philanthropic mind and attitude. I was happy to note that in the context of prevention, a nutritional aspect also is being taken care of in collaboration and cooperation with the National Institute of Nutrition at Tarnak, Hyderabad. In fact, I had been on that job. My prime concern was to just try to prevent the birth defects, which include the vision defects also. In fact, I was told that if proper nutrition is given before even conception, then a lot of diseases can be prevented. I had 2 hearings. I conducted 2 hearings. One on 7th November 2007 and another on 28th June 2008, inviting the eminent doctors, nutritionists, including Director of National Institute of Nutrition, Dr. Shashikiran, and the administrators. It was a unanimous opinion that right from the age of 14, the girl should be given proper nutrition and supplements so that she develops a healthy body to further deliver a healthy child. And coupled with that, if proper care is taken during the period of conception and also immediately after delivery, including the delivery, emphasis is the deliveries at primary health centers manned by doctors and paramedical staff who are trained in this field, so that the birth defects are not there while delivering a child. And then the opinion was, with this, 90% of birth defects can be prevented. This is the opinion of the doctors. I was only instrumental in thinking of that and holding hearings in my office. I had to do some more, 1 or 2 more, and then to issue directions to the government to consider, implement the same. Not that the government is not having such schemes now, but those schemes are only being implemented during the period of conception. That is called a reproductive scheme. A woman is in a reproductive stage, then some food supplements or medical supplements, medicine supplements are being distributed now through Anganwadi workers or other sources. But stress is to go a step before that and start very early so that healthy chromosomes are built within the body of that girl, deliver a healthy child free of all defects. And then when I was very happy to know that in collaboration with NIN, Pushpagiri Eye Institute is making research to see that the vision defects do not occur by supplying micronutrients even at an appropriate early stage. The problem of catering to the need of so many patients, particularly in the context of the India being a diabetic capital, and then Andhra Pradesh being the diabetic capital of India, and then Hyderabad being the diabetic capital city of Andhra Pradesh. So A for Andhra Pradesh maybe. So how many can see avail of these benefits? Medical facilities which are not sufficient in government hospitals. Just now I was reading a paper report today that where it can admit 200 patients a day, there are 1800 patients. So how to cope up?